Hi there, this is Alex. Welcome to Boomstick Gaming and my review of Neon Abyss. Item synergies to the max, crazy guns, strange bosses, piano mechanics, eggs, so many hatching eggs, and tons more are oozing out of everywhere in this action platforming roguelite. The less you can tell what's going on screen, the better, because that just means my build for that run was absolutely epicness, and that is the joys of playing Neon Abyss. So let's get into it. Neon Abyss on a broad level follows the tried and true action roguelike or roguelite formula, going room to room, trying not to die, unlocking chests, bombing walls, and trying to survive to the area boss. But if you don't, you are rewarded with adding more game into your game with a skill tree of permanent unlocks of new items, character classes, and entire game mechanics. The more attempts you do, the better the core of the game gets, since it lasagnas on complexity, depth, and variety the more you play it. You cannot finish the game on your very first run if you get lucky with a really awesome build, since the game gets longer and longer with different final bosses as you unlock more targets as you go through it. The level layouts and enemies within, even in the earlier levels, will be getting harder and harder over time as well, to hopefully equally match your growing skill set. Since the currency to unlock things is primarily only found by defeating bosses, unlocks are doled out pretty slowly, but it does incentivize you in the long run with tons and tons to work towards. The unlocks that add brand new mechanics to the dungeons are easily the standout, and there is nothing quite like that feeling of adding entirely new gameplay systems into future runs, almost like patching in new features yourself, which gives you a taste of how game development must work, except for without all the arduous hard work and years lost. If you're looking for a new roguelite that you'll be chipping away at for dozens upon dozens of hours trying to unlock everything it has to offer, Neon Abyss is the correct answer. Gameplay-wise, Neon Abyss crushes this area for the most part by focusing on nailing the perfect unbalanced balance with awesome item synergies and gun modification. The ways that each item you gain will physically alter either yourself or be added visually onto your guns, along with altering the fire speed, pattern, velocity, and damage of whatever wackiness is shooting out of your weapons, really shows that the developers fully understand and love this genre, knowing exactly what makes it satisfying. The best of this genre has those runs where you feel like you're almost breaking the game with your insane synergizing loadout, but actually that was all meticulously crafted to allow for that great feeling of overwhelming power, which is also the case here in Neon Abyss. Of course, some of your runs will just not be working out, but those others, where you get some kind of item build or gun modification that makes you feel so unstoppably godlike, is what I have always heralded as being the most important thing to get right in the roguelite field. Now, how far into this can I get until I explain those crazy Tamagotchi style eggs following me this whole time? Creature companions are a big element in Neon Abyss, and once you acquire an egg, all you have to do is wait till they hatch, which will usually give you a nice passive little helper. There are tons of different variants, and if that wasn't enough, each individual creature can also level up and change appearance if you manage to keep them alive long enough. These little dudes, just like your own personal build, can synergize together in some truly unpredictable and pretty fun ways. Lastly, one more thing I need to explain is the good and evil style faith system, wisdom, and violence. According to certain actions you take during a run, will shift your faith meter down in the bottom right hand corner. To power wisdom, you'll need to spend a lot of your purple gems that function somewhat similar to mana on various things spread around each map. Instead of doing that, you can choose to sacrifice health instead to charge this meter with violence. You want to try to stick to one style once you start charging this up, because once the meter fills, you will then be able to enter a special faith room on the map that gives some really good upgrades. Now, to start winding this down into that final score you probably just skipped to, Overall, Neon Abyss is stylish, weird, creative, and unpredictable, which is all resounding music to the ears of roguelite connoisseurs. There's tons to see, do, and unlock here, which will provide hours of fun if you enjoy the repetitive by design nature. If you are a human and like the feeling of absolute destruction with a taste of utter failure from time to time, Neon Abyss is pure therapeutic pixel carnage that must be played. Those were my thoughts on Neon Abyss, and let me know if you could even tell what was going on the screen during this, but really, when you're in control of it, it makes a lot more sense than just watching it. If you like the style of review I do here, consider sticking around on my channel, and as always, this has been Alex from Boomstick Gaming. Thanks for watching.